Hi, this is Sarah from craftingandstamping.com and I'm going to share how I made this month's May thank you card. It's this little card using Circle Circus and there's just a little design on the inside. And I've used 3 3/4 inch by 7.5 inch scored at 3 3/4. There's a 3.5 by 3.5 inch square of basic grey and a 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 square of very vanilla card. We're going to use inks in Riding Hood Red, Calypso Coral and Basic Grey. We're using the Circle Circus set of stamps and Petite Pears for the sentiment. We're going to start with Riding Hood Red ink and the Very Vanilla base. And I'm going to start by stamping this image in the top corner. Then I'll take the stamp that we'll use as a frame and stamp it off to one side below that, and one of the patterned stamps and stamp that below just there, stamping a little off the edge of the frame. Now we're going to switch to Calypso Coral ink. And again, starting with our large stamp, we're going to ink that and stamp it over into the corner here. And then take smaller patterned stamps and stamp those off the edge of the page and in the gap that we've got here. Finally, we're going to take our Basic Grey ink pad and we're going to work with the remaining designs and just stamp those in the spaces that we've got left. We've got a final little stamp that will fit in there. And still using the Basic Grey ink pad, we're going to take the Sending Many Thanks, this stamp here, and we're going to ink that and just stamp that in the centre of the frame there. To assemble the card, we're simply going to apply Snail to the back of the mat and adhere that to the Basic Grey mat centrally. And I flip it over and press from the back so that I don't smudge any ink if it's still wet. Again, Snail around the edges and adhere that to the card front nice and centrally. Then finally, for the outside of the card, we're just going to add a little of the flower trim. This comes in a tape like this, and all I've done is snipped off a single flower. For some of the cards I used a plain flower, and for some of them I used a flower that I'd already spritzed with a little bit of shimmer mist mixed with re-inker. And to fix it, I'm just going to put a little bit of Tombow in the centre of the large red stamp and pop my flower trim on like that. Finally, to finish the inside, I'm just taking one of the Circle Circus stamps again, inking it with Calypso Coral, stamping it in the bottom corner like that, and then fixing that to the inside of the card. Again, just press it down from the back so that you don't smudge any ink. And that was the finished card for May. I hope you've enjoyed it, and please pop back soon for some other videos. Thank you.